everyone. If I sound a bit rusty, it's because I just woke up, and also, this video will be unscripted. So, again, this is me just rambling. So, hopefully, you're okay with that. So, let's just talk about how to improve, your comics and how to make it better. Cause I obviously had experience before my comic experiences with entropy, I had a comic named Melody Winters, and from that point to now, I have definitely improved, and I'm just gonna share some stuff that I personally learned. And then I'm also gonna compare the two while I'm at it. So, basic stuff you should know about Melody Winters. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna upload it to the internet, but basic stuff you need to know is that it was a comic I made in sixth grade. I worked on it every day, and it was basically just like a relatable sort of comic about middle schoolers, and there wasn't really much to it. There was some dramatic stuff here and there, but it was mostly just middle school drama. And yeah, okay, so onto the video on how to improve your comic, the art in the comic or whatever. Okay, so, hook. Your story needs a hook in order for people to want to read it. Give your reader, give your readers a reason to read your comic. Why should they read it? Like, are they getting anything from your story specifically, or can you find it in other stories? Like, for example, like the concept, if it's like, really unique, readers will probably like to read that instead of maybe just a simple middle schooler relatable comic. Of course, relatable comics aren't bad, but they should be done in a more like I'm sorry for the pauses, but it should be like, if it's gonna be a relatable comic, then something should make it stand out. Like, is the humor really good, or is the art style really well? And for my old comic, it wasn't like that. But for me, for my comic, I feel like my new comic, the concept is really interesting, dealing with glitches and time spirits. I feel like that hasn't been done before, or at least the way that I'm doing it right now hasn't been done before. And also, one of my hooks was that, in chapter 3, spoiler alert, the main character, quote unquote, dies. So, I mean, I did kind of pull an Attack on Titan, but, it's whatever. Uh, okay, next point. Don't do stiff poses for each and every panel. The problem with my old comic, since it was done every day, uh, all the panels looked the same. Like, it was the same pose. Like, literally, I am not exaggerating. If I knew how to edit stuff on screen, if I do find out how, I'll show it. But all the panels were the same pose, and that is so not appealing to the reader. It's gonna be boring. If you want to have a good comic that people will want to read, visuals are gonna be a main part of that. And for experiences with entropy, as you can see, or if you visit my comic page, I still don't know how to edit stuff on screen, but the poses are more dynamic. There's different angles and stuff like that. That's gonna be more interesting to do. Of course, I'm not an expert, but just at least try. Next point. Plan out the basic outline of your story before starting. This is really important because, compared to my first comic book, I just wrote a page every single day. There was no script, no sketching. I just straight out, just drew out the story, and that was, there are gonna be plot holes if you just keep on going and like not know where to go. That's gonna leave for writer's block, and you're just gonna end up with like a rush story. So that's not good. What you want to do is like for me, for experiences with entropy, I got like the main like story plots, but it's also important to like plan out the little stuff too, cause and like also you need to like script out some stuff, cause uh in arc one of experiences with entropy, that was a whole mess. I that part of the comic is something I'm personally not proud of because it was so rushed, and there was definitely some stuff I could have done more about. But because I really wanted to get to the next part of the story, I kind of just like uh BS'd on like all the stuff and details when really it should have been treated like with more respect. Of course, now with Arc 2 and Arc 3, I'm planning it out now, I'm scripting it. So, always script. That's a good thing. And also, uh, do not rush your comic. For me, I tried to do it every day in 6th grade for my first comic, and that was not good. Uh, it was rushed. It wasn't a good story, but for me, experiences with entropy, I'm taking my time with it. I'm taking time in developing the characters and like all that stuff, and it feels more natural. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, and like you shouldn't force yourself to do something at a really fast pace. Of course, don't spend 7 years on like it unless it's like really complicated. But like if it's not that complicated, I don't know, just like give yourself maybe just like update it when you can. If this comic is your hobby, then like you should be able to update it when you feel like it. Put other stuff ahead of you, like schoolwork and all that stuff, and yeah, don't let the comic consume your life. And yeah, so those are all the bullet points I have listed. I'm gonna rewatch this recording to see if I miss anything. I'll edit some stuff on screen. And yeah, I'm still kind of a newbie on all this whole editing stuff. But yeah, I tried. Anyways, follow me on my art Instagram at Rosie Scribbles with an underscore, and at experiences.with.entropy on Instagram, and follow me on Twitter at Rosie Scribbles. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, see you later.